Shalom, everybody. Shalom, shalom. Hi, how are you? I have some very good news, everybody. It's just arrived. It's excellent news because we got the corona. Don't worry, we haven't contained to everybody. It's a little bit of a problem here. It's under control. It's Israeli under control. Okay, what I bring is I talk a lot about non-verbal humor because at the end I believe that there is so much connection without words. So I just want to play a little game with you. It's a sport. It's a sport because as you mentioned with Stephen, adults, we say you don't stop playing when you grow up. You grow up when you stop playing, or so we just want to continue to play. And adults today play with a ball, right? They take a ball, they pass it from one another, and that's what they call sports. And everybody gets very excited and they buy the tickets. So that's a wonderful thing. Okay, let's see if we can play without this magical ball, because I brought you something special for you today because Aviv, and I put it right here. And this is my wonderful imaginary ball. So I want to take this imaginary ball and I want to throw it to Odelia. Okay, Odelia, can you catch it?
Can.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. You got it. Hey, Odelia, where are you?
Near Jerusalem in a town called Mevaseret Zion, and I'm actually in my
Nice.
bedroom, in bed.
Uh-huh. So I'm in Tel Aviv, so this ball just did about 40 miles.
45,
Okay,
40 miles.
Can you throw it to Stephen? Stephen Cooper, can you catch this ball?
Stephen?
1,
Ready?
2, 3.
Ah!
Hey, he got it. He got it. Hey, Stephen, can you throw this ball to Rachel? Rachel, can you catch it? Can you take this ball? 1, 2, 3. Thanks. Now, the wonderful thing is that it's an ecologic game because you can all have now a wonderful ball because it doesn't need, we don't need to have any plastic. So I'm throwing this to you now. Everybody, you catch a ball. 1, 2, 3, up. Boom. Wonderful. 100 balls. Now, show everybody, how big is it? Is it like this? Is it like that? Everybody find someone else in the Zoom screen and just exchange this ball with them. Give them and take it from them.
Catch.
Okay. Thank you very much, everybody, because you have just participated in a 3-minute game where we don't have to think, where we don't need anything, where we are connected from Switzerland to Florida to Tel Aviv and Mevaseret. We play together because we agreed that we will imagine now and we will play like children. And of course, somebody guides you through this journey, that's the clown, and they bring you to this place where our imagination wakes up. We become more cooperative. We want to make this a game between us. And there's such a huge power to this imagination, to our imagination. We all know it. We just need new, fresh ways to express it. And this is what medical clowning brings. This connection of art therapy, clowning, imagination, and theater with people who need aid emotionally. I want to present to you this wonderful field of clowning, the experience I have as this profession is born, this new concept of art therapy through humor using clowns. And many people are starting to get to see how this works, and our projects are developing very rapidly, so we are able to get an effect and aid in many, many places.
Nimrod, can you tell us how it works in hospitals? But maybe we can start with a story that goes beyond Israel and gives Israel such a good name in the world.
You're asking me actually about one of our latest projects, so we'll start almost at the end. project we have in Israel has been active since 2002. And ever since we started, we had the feeling and this wish that many Israelis have to travel outside of Israel and meet new communities, meet new cultures, and affect in new places. So actually, way back as 2005, with the event that some of you might remember, the tsunami in the Indian Ocean, we traveled to Thailand with a group of clowns. And just as you might have seen in a few movies, maybe, we had a bunch of clowns traveling around refugee camps and hospitals in Thailand and bringing this humor, this interactive, wonderful ability to connect without words, without language, to the people that were affected by the tsunami. In 2015, Nepal, the Himalaya suffered a huge earthquake that shattered the Himalaya. And Kathmandu actually was hit very strongly. The Israeli field hospital, the IDF field hospital, was sent there immediately. It's a unit in the IDF that has doctors, nurses, surgeons, and technicians, and they can travel within hours into any place around the world. We were lucky to be able to join this amazing venture. And as you can see, Kathmandu was destroyed completely. We arrived there only 3 days after the earthquake. We enlisted immediately. We were involved in the therapy itself. We bring art, music, laughter, and simple street theater joy to these people who really need, at this time, the ability to connect. Clowns affect in many ways. They bring a naive and an innocent value that lets people trust them, makes people trust them. We are strangers, but we are the positive strangers, strangers that make you smile as you see them. We can travel to other countries and other cultures because we don't use language that much as clowns. Our humor is the nonverbal. You want to learn like one first clown technique, very simple? Let's do a very simple clown game. It's really simple. So the clowns, when they come to interact, they do, the first basic step is the mirror game. You just do what I do. It's a wonderful, simple way to interact with everyone. Anyone in front of you can imitate, mimic you. And if you think about it, animals and even babies learn everything they know just by watching and interacting. So there is so much to do with just okay.
We started doing what we're doing right now every Sunday to bring one of our local experts. It was our intention to show you around the world and in Israel that we've got so many people that can touch people, touch from within. So when you're in Israel, we want to make you feel something. And you know that delegations go to hospitals, go to organizations, they see what they do, they open their pockets and they pay. But guys, this is not enough. So we opened up a department called Unlimited Giving, and we chose 5 organizations, and Dream Doctors, that Nimrod is one of them, is one. And what we did is not enough to join Nimrod into the hospital and to see how happy he makes the kids and the crew, is that we created an activity with Nimrod and other organizations of survival, etc., etc. They do the organization, we price it. The price of the activity goes directly to the organization. And guys, after you spend 1 hour with Nimrod learning how to tell jokes, how to juggle, how to do these goofy things, then you go and you make the kids happy.
So it's we have a wonderful project here in Israel with over 100 clowns, and the basic idea is when we treat in pediatric, especially when healing children, we look for the cooperation, the motivation, and the healing power, the hope, basically, of these children and their families. And so the clown, which is a wonderful character that kind of mixes an adult with a child's mind. That's basically a clown. It's an adult that plays like a child or a grown-up kid. And so he's the one that can bridge exactly this point.
Nimrod, maybe last practice for each one of our friends around the world and Israel. Maybe something when you wake up in the morning, someone, you know, says, I want to choke this guy, and then, no, you can't.
For what you've asked me, I definitely recommend to look back and remember on cartoons and comics, okay? And take whatever you remember of cartoons that you liked. And if specifically on what you've asked me, if somebody pissed you off, if you have a problem, if there is an emotional you're stuck somewhere, and basically you're with yourself, you need to dissolve it. Start to make it into a cartoon and start to imagine it and to act it out in your living room as a cartoon. So if it's your boss at work and you want to tell them, you know, I am your #1 worker and you do not see me, and I feel I want a bigger stash of dollars in my, etc., etc. We start to exaggerate and expand how we behave, and we can also take it smaller. So let's do a last game to see how playing with our reactions can change our emotions. So I'll ask all of you to sneeze with me one time. Just sneeze. 1, 2, 3. Help. Bless you. Oh no! In Corona times, this is a crime against humanity. So now we can do it on Zoom. It's safe. So now, take the sneeze and make it 10 times bigger. A huge sneeze. Let's see a huge sneeze. 1, 2, 3. Hey! Now, this is my life, so I play with this a lot. But actually, we laugh here and we smile without any jokes. I make it funny, but it's not about the jokes. We play and then a smile comes out. And this is the wonderful quality of the clowning, that it's laughing without jokes. It's a pure way to laugh. And just to end it in this way, let's say, as an actor, as a clown, as a family man, as an Israeli, I want to change the world. But I know that I cannot change the whole world. I can only change one person at a time, my own emotions and reactions and my interactions with other people, to bring them to a more positive and strong and kind of a way. So thank you everybody for listening to this clown. Thank you very much, Aviv, for having me. Okay, just lastly, everybody, a small silly dance. Just be silly however you want.
Nice. Nice.